Hi, everybody. It is October 23rd, 2019. I want to show you what is happening to the American worker. But first, why don't we listen to this guy?
And they're the best numbers we've had in over 50 years. The unemployment number is down to 3.5%, so that goes way, way back. We haven't had numbers like this in a long time. Wages are up by almost 3%. That's a fantastic increase for everybody out there working. We're very happy about those numbers. The stock market is substantially up as it was yesterday.
Okay, the economy is doing beautifully. Better than it has in 50 years. 50 years. So, 3 point something percent unemployment. Wages are up. Are you feeling it? Are you happy? Are you out there buying, and being a good American consumer? Okay, why don't we listen to just a few minutes of Greg Mannarino? And if you have not checked out Greg Mannarino, I do recommend that you subscribe and you check out his channel a couple of times a day. And you might want to listen to the last several days of videos because Greg Mannarino is telling you the truth about our fabulous economy. Not too many people are. What you just heard from, the guy in that White House, pure lies. Lies, lies, lies.
I want you to, if you're able, as you're watching this video blog, open up a new window. I want you to, whatever search engine you use, just put in the word layoffs. Layoffs. For the last 24 hours. Just the last 24 hours. And look at the news that pops up. Again, keep in mind, this is just the last 24 hours. In case you don't know, because it's being hidden, absolutely hidden from the controlled media outlets, layoffs are skyrocketing. They're in a steady incline with no end in sight. Now, I know for a fact that you are not surprised about this if you follow this blog. I explained to you months ago that this was going on and it was going to get worse. Well, that's exactly what's going on here. However, again, keep in mind, they have to fist feed you, no, double fist feed you. The fake U3 unemployment numbers, they have to tell you that unemployment claims are the lowest they've been in X amount of time. It's a joke, and the joke is on you if you don't pay attention to these things. That's the truth. Honestly, the fact is, we've lost our country. The leadership right now, via the controlled media outlets, they're all controlled. The mainstream media, do you think they're allowed to report anything real at any given time? Of course not. I mean, that's why most of you are here, because frankly, I don't give a damn. They can do whatever they want to me. I cannot be bought for any amount of money. One half. So I will tell it like it is until they remove me from YouTube or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, we are in a controlled environment. It's managed. It's not much different than any other managed economy on earth. That's what we have. A managed media. This is communism. It's fascism. That's what we have. We are way beyond any kind of socialism. Again, I know some of you are locked into the two-party paradigm. You have to go one way or the other. No such thing as going up the middle. You know, the two-party system, which is really one party, is just designed to keep you distracted, off balance, confused, and angry. Once you get over that, believe me, your life will change. A whole new world of light will be cast upon you, and you'll be able to see through the charade. Anyway, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed our little game here. Just open up a new window. Layoffs last 24 hours. You're going to see a whole bunch of news on this, and it's only going to get much worse. The question is, when are you going to lose your job? As
Okay. So I will link to everything below. I went 24 and then decided to do the weeks in October. And well, I have a lot of windows open. I'm just going to read the headlines. Yeah, this isn't even the total amount of layoffs that were announced in October. So, Gulfstream announces layoffs affecting more than 300 employees. Savannah facilities. Layoffs begin at embattled New Hampshire biomass plants. How many? 40. Zion Bank employees warned about future layoffs. 5% of its workforce. E-scooter company Skip announces layoffs after losing San Francisco permit. 100 layoffs coming at Wabtec. It's freight. Yes, freight. Trains. Freight has slowed down considerably. They ain't moving things, ships and trains and planes. A whole lot of products just ain't moving in our fabulous economy. ITG, 110 jobs will be eliminated. It's a cigarette manufacturing plant. Caterpillar announces layoffs, 3,270. Wow, salaried and manufacturing employees will be affected. Weed Maps layoff, 100 employees amid financial and legal struggles. WeWork confirmed layoffs, and hundreds of layoffs from WeWork. Let's see, Mod Cloth employees facing layoffs. They're caught between big box stores and investment firms. And let's see, hang on. Ellie Mae, 10% of its staff getting laid off. All right, is anybody else having real computer problems? Unbelievably slow, and I can't open up another page. And yeah, guys, I'm really, it's getting harder and harder. Tired of the frustrations, tired of the bullshit. Some U.S. electronics factories start layoffs as trade tariffs hit. Trade tariffs. Yeah. Still no deal. But as they negotiate, well, so many workers are getting destroyed in the process. Oh boy. Phenomenon goes through round of layoffs. Timken, this is in upstate South Carolina, plant, 150 layoffs. Pennsylvania factory layoff foreshadows Trump 2020 troubles. Management decisions that may have slid by in more flush times can now push a business over the edge. Yes. So, let's see. Out of the 22 states with manufacturing job losses so far this year, some of those with the biggest percentage declines are states where Trump won by less than 5 percentage points. In Pennsylvania, the manufacturing sector lost 8,100 jobs. In North Carolina, 7,700 jobs. Wisconsin, 6,500 jobs. But manufacturing is doing beautifully. Manufacturing jobs in states Trump won, job losses or gains. 6,500 in Arizona, 5,000 plus, 6,500 plus jobs. Arizona, Florida, 5,000 plus. Michigan, 47, minus a few. North Carolina, 77. 8,100 in Pennsylvania. Okay, well, that doesn't sound like manufacturing is doing beautifully, does it? Health systems are laying off. Here's one of them, Dignity Health, and 3 hospitals. Layoffs hit Stevens tanker. Freight travel. Freight is doing really poorly. That means the economy has slowed down greatly. So, how many? It's Stevens Transport. They'll be laying off 586 employees. And Amazon, 3 companies that recently lost business with one of that sector's top companies, Seattle-based Amazon, are now cutting staff as a result. Amazon's termination of contracts with Impact's final mail delivery of Atlanta, Shared Loman Transport of Chicago, and Letter Ride of San Diego. It'll result in 1,800 layoffs. Microsoft is booking conference rooms for short meetings with employees. 15 minutes, and then you're gone. And, well, speculation, thousands of workers from Microsoft will be laid off worldwide. Trump. All right, this is getting... Okay, thank you. Trump vowed to save coal. Now miners are getting laid off. Obamacare forces 1,000 layoffs. Uber, pink slips. 3rd round of layoffs. 350 in this layoff. And, well, how many did they actually... Let's see. Uber's layoff tally tops 1,100. This is the final round. Is it because Uber is not doing well? Well, they obviously are, because the layoffs are those jobs, they're replacing them with foreign workers. Yeah, that, what is it, the H-1B, I think, I can't even remember. H-1B visas, foreign workers, laying off American workers. Union Pacific employees in Kansas City, brace for layoffs. More layoffs coming. Let's see. Incoming HP CEO announces 7,000 to 9,000 layoffs. Major restructuring. So let me just take you to dailyjobscuts.com, because there's a lot more. PGT. Innovations, Florida. Don't know the number of how many layoffs. Zions Band Corporation, 5% of workforce. Barney's, New York, 300 in New Jersey. UiPath, hundreds of layoffs. Not sure if I'm pronouncing these company names correctly. McAfee, 107 in Hillsborough. U.S. Bancorp, jobs cuts coming. Huntington Bank shares 150 to 200. Houghton Mifflin, 8% of workforce. Erlanger Health System, 30 positions. Vista Unified School District in California, layoffs possible. 80 in furlough, 1,300. Wells Fargo, 350. Huntington Bank, 150 to 200. Johnson & Johnson, 297. Skip Scooter, 36. Hallmark Cards, 12. Saw an article. It's much higher. Can't remember the number, but much higher than 12. Volvo Trucks, layoffs due to Mack truck strike. Landmark Bank, some layoffs. Merck, 500. St. Vincent Infirmary, CHI, 19. Lockheed Martin, 79. Katira, 58. Teva Pharmaceutical in Virginia, 220. WeWork, up to 2,000. Cernicorp, 217. Daybreak Games, don't know how many. Peace Health, 50. Nix Health, up to 741. Victoria's Secret, 50 from the headquarters. Hilliard Lyons, 86. Halliburton, 650. Rovio, 20. WeWork, expect 500 tech worker layoffs. Blackhawk, 340 layoffs. Gardner, 80% of workforce. Halliburton, 60 to 100. Molex, don't know how many. Bonobos, 24. Nestle's, 10. QC Data, 12 plus. HSBC, up to 10,000. Elkhorn, Premier, don't know how many. Funware, 21. United Healthcare, don't know how many. Impact, 64. HP, 7,000 to 9,000. Lazard, Asset Management, 7% of the global workforce. Sports Illustrated, don't know how many. Devon Energy, Oklahoma City office, 40. John Deere, 150. Nestle's, 37. Kroger, laying off hundreds of store employees. Remington, 75. Wyethville Community College, 18. Deere and Company, 2 Quad City locations, 150. Freightliner, 900. About 900. Lake Worth Beach, Florida, layoffs. Don't know how many. Elanco Animal Health, 250. BTD Manufacturing, don't know how many. That's just October. And that's not the full list. So you want to tell me how the economy is doing just fabulously? So I just did the 24-hour filtered search and got cash burning. UiPath lays off hundreds on heels of pricey robotics event. And let's see, St. Cloud Telemarketing Company may lay off 215 workers. Cannabis vaporizer company Pax Labs cuts 25% of workers. This shouldn't be here, but I can't get it off. Pension crisis forces firehouse closure. 9 firefighter layoffs in East St. Louis. This I can't. If you can get the LA Times, you might want to take a look at it. WeWork, 4,000 workers. This just came in a couple of hours ago. And 14,000 job layoffs. GM. What are all of these people going to do? You think they can get jobs anywhere? Mass layoffs reach all-time record at Walmart as the sector silently cuts 42,000 jobs. Well, this needs to be verified, but if that's true, we're in deep, excuse my French, shit. This economy, you've been listening to lies since Trump has come into office. It's just one lie after another. This impeachment crap is a staged show. Everything that you hear out of Washington, D.C. is a staged show. And yes, we are no longer that United States of America, that free country. We are pretty much, well, fascism kicked in. I remember having conversations in the 1980s that we were a fascist country. Corporations had taken over the government already. Robots are taking jobs away. The economy is sinking fast. So, what are we doing? Dancing on the Titanic. All right, I'm not going to link to all of those articles. I'll link to daily job cuts. Things are really bad. Very bad. There's no turning this around. It does not matter, this presidential campaign. I'm so sick of the bullshit in this country. People actually think that, well, Elizabeth Warren is going to turn everything around. Well, we got to hang on to Trump because he's doing such a great job. Are you? It's like, it's madness. Utter madness. And the chaos that is going on right now all over, not just this country, but the world. So many Americans, more and more, going off the cliff every single day. Every day. While those who still haven't, it's not reached their doorstep yet, walk around with this normalcy bias, like things are okay, not understanding the really big picture. I'm surrounded by people who don't care, just don't care about what happens to this country. It's truly frightening. And I don't mean frightening in the sense that, I'm sitting here shaking and I'm so scared of, what's going to happen to me. Everything has happened to me already. I don't fear death, so I don't have that kind of fear. It's frightening, it's horrifying to watch Americans just go along like, hey, everything's fine. Or, well, it's not so fine, but it's fine for me. I can't stand it. What are these people going to do? What are they going to do? You look at this woman's face. And we can't seem to get it together enough to change our ways so that our communities can be stronger, to help one another out, to wow. Well, what can I say? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. The Trump supporters in the quote-unquote awake crowd, the dichotomous thinking of Americans. So I meet, it's a neighbor of mine, a tenant, who actually has a tattoo of Hillary Clinton on her arm. And I said, so you must really love that unbelievable, like incredibly corrupt to the bone, immoral, just disgusting human being? And she said, what, you like Donald Trump? That wasn't my question. But that is the response that you get from a lot of people. They can't get out of their matrix, programmed robots who, well, that's it. It's one team or the other. And both teams are screwing Americans and have been screwing Americans. That's the thing. It's been going on for decades. Decades. And everything has gotten worse. And yet, still, people, hey, I'm going to support Elizabeth Warren. I'm going to support Trump because he's doing a fabulous job. What the hell? We've been listening to liars and psychopaths my entire life, 60 years, with the psychopaths just getting, well, larger in number, screwing us over all the time. This country going down fast now, but it's been going down forever. And we keep thinking, hey, let's get another guy into the White House and everything's going to be fabulous. My God. Look, we're crazy people. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, expecting different results. You get the same results over and over and over and over and over again. Now we have to, endure another friggin' presidential campaign, impeachment, all a friggin' show, while more and more people are really suffering.